have said that is a nonsensical, hopeless, useless man. Because I have never...
Nonsensical, hopeless, useless man. That's pretty bold. Nonsensical, useless, hopeless man.
We have arrested over 2,000 hooligans that Kabobi or Bobby Wine thought he would use. So far, we have killed 30 NUP terrorists. My orders stands with the force of the commander-in-chief of the state.
And he is the army commander. He is not the inspector of police.
Yes.
He's the army commander. He's not the inspector of police. I want to ask, when you are at war, then you kill. The other people come with guns, so you fight and kill. Now I want to ask, when we were in elections, were we at war? Those people whom he has killed, were they at war with him? And those who have been arrested, were they found at war? So when I say this is a nonsensical, rubbish, hopeless leader of the army.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of the America, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me and at whatever time you might watch this conversation. My name is Mordecai Marissa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Marissa Live. Maybe I should announce one more time. I am sick. Yes. But I, coming from a guy who wrote the book, The Odyssey of the Optimist, I think I should now announce. Go and find yourself a copy on Amazon. Mordecai Marissa's The Odyssey of the Optimist, a wonderful book. Forward was written by none other than Joel Senyonyi, the leader of the opposition. So as an optimist, I believe that I am going to fight my way through this, and I'm going to be fine. So I'm not going to sit down and cry. Probably there might be those kind of days where I cry, but I'll be able to pick up myself and keep moving forward. So I do really appreciate for all your prayers, all your wishes I've seen in the comment section. I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much for the love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I continue to look at what's going on in my country, Uganda. It is because of the love I have for this place I call home, Uganda. And I saw some blistering indictment of Muhoozi Kainerugaba from none other than, again, Miria Matembe, the outspoken, non-fearful at all Miria Matembe, calling out Muhoozi Kainerugaba. And I'm going to show you her comments. But before I do that, I think let's start with on a lighter note here. I think this is a Kenyan comedian who has pretty much summed up what our election has become, running against Museveni, what it has become. And this really paints an image of what running against Museveni looks like in Uganda. Look at this man. He says, campaigning for presidency in Uganda be like...
My beloved Ugandans, see, it is time for change. I cannot. We'll be vying for presidency. We'll be vying for presidency. We'll be vying for presidency.
The moment you do that, the military is deployed immediately.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you elect me, is my poster ready? I will be holding my rally. Okay, quickly, guys. I want us to talk about our money.
2,000 years later.
1,000 years later.
I'm going back to farming. We laugh about this, but it's really sad The laughter is a mask we're putting on to not to cry. But that's it. And it says 2,000 years later. I mean, we've been under Museveni's regime for over 40 years. But it looks like 2,000 years. Running against Museveni. Even a person who's going to make your poster, they do it by hiding. They don't want to be identified. They're the ones who printed your posters. It is sad. It is really, really, really sad. And I thought that would be funny. That was really, really funny. You can go on and watch it on his X platform. Crazy Kaina. Amazing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Miria Matembe, let's go on and show you how he's calling out Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Good stuff here.
He has released a series of tweets.
I haven't seen them.
Yes, I will, of course, read them for you. Like in one of the tweets, he says, "The country is in complete peace now. I will not post any other threatening posts. Do not provoke Uganda anymore. Ruhanga Weitu Asimwe. We have arrested over 2,000 hooligans that Kabobi or Bobby Wine thought he would use. So far, we have killed 30 NUP terrorists. My orders stands with the force of the commander-in-chief of the state. From now on, anyone who declares Robert Kyagulanyi, aka Bobby Wine, as his or her political leader must be annulled. Whether Robert Kyagulanyi's term is in the country or not, I, as CDF, in the interest of national security and for the good of the Commonwealth, ban him from any further participation in the electoral exercises in Uganda. I last heard Kabobi is hiding under a toilet." He has, of course, went on to post a lot of tweets and...
Let me tell you.
What does this speak to, Doctor?
I have clearly said, and I will repeat it. And if he comes with his army to arrest me, the armies of God will arrest me. I have said that is a nonsensical, hopeless, useless man. Because I have never...
Nonsensical, hopeless, useless man. That's pretty bold. Nonsensical, useless, hopeless man.
Even had somebody announcing, we have killed 30 so far. We have arrested 2,000 so far. And he's enjoying and he's the head of security. Do they even announce those things?
Absolutely not. And you know, that's the problem, that we've normalized this. And some of his sycophants are now wearing vice signaling as a badge of honor. Let me show you how bad I am. Let me show you how grotesque I am. They usually come into my comment section on X platform usually. And they'll be like, "Mordecai, come and say whatever you're saying in Uganda." These folks are threatening to abduct me or kill me. Is that something to be proud of? Like, I'm not threatening to kill Muhoozi. I'm not committing any crime. I'm exposing his resentment to the rule of law. How does that become a crime? How am I the enemy of the state because I'm saying Muhoozi Kainerugaba has no right whatsoever to abduct, torture, gloat about abusing people's rights? But they think that's something to be proud of. Come back to Uganda. We shall show you. I mean, to them, they think that, you know, that's making a good point. Sad.
I want to ask you, I have never heard, that's why they don't even mention it. I have never heard people saying, we have killed this, we have killed this. But I heard President Museveni, when he was giving his, I think he was finishing his campaign. He said, we are going to crush you. Okay?
Yes.
He said, we are going to crush you. I heard him say that. And now his son is telling us that actually, as my dad said, we have crushed so far 2,000. He said how many?
30. They have all so far been killed. 30
those are
and
killed.
2,000 have
he
been
said,
arrested.
We have arrested 2,000 and we have so far crushed 30. Now, he has declared that he has killed people. For what? For what? He has arrested people. For what? And he is the army commander. He is not the inspector of police.
Yes.
He's the army commander. He's not the inspector of police. I want to ask, When you are at war, then you kill. The other people come with guns, so you fight and kill. Now I want to ask, when we were in elections, were we at war? Those people whom he has killed, were they at war with him? And those who have been arrested, were they found at war? So when I say this is a nonsensical, rubbish, hopeless leader of the army, because the army, they hide their things. They don't even release this kind of information. They wouldn't release that. But if he has the confidence that Ugandans are useless, they are stupid, they are finished, and he's telling them, you see me, the God of this nation, I have so far killed 30, as if they are dogs, as if they don't have parents, as if they don't have relatives who miss them. And he says, we have killed those, and we have arrested this, and we are yet to kill more. And he tweets like that, and he's not arrested, and he's not put in prison, where he was arresting them as who? What role did he have to play in election process, when in fact is the police which should be responsible and in charge of elections?
Exactly.
I want to ask Ugandans, you Ugandans who are dancing, who are singing, I wish I could live to see what will happen to you Ugandans down the road.
It's sad. She's when she says that you Ugandans who are dancing and singing, it is a call to Ugandans to rise up and fight for what is right. You know, many of us in Uganda do not realize how far these folks are willing to go in as far as making us their slaves, because they've given us what the semblance of peace I've always had people say Museveni brought peace. And it is so funny, how ironic. Now, Museveni lost the election in 1980 and he launched a war. I don't know what type of peace Museveni brought by killing people. But there's so many Ugandans who are into music, dance, and look, I've always told you, Marcus Garvey said, a civilization is not complete without its art, the highest form of expression of human intelligence. So I do really have respect for music, dance, and drama, performing art. I do. I'm a poet. But I cannot allow myself to be consumed by entertainment 24/7, that I don't care how much money I spend. If, for example, I'm supposed to be downloading a song from the internet, how much money I'm supposed to be paying if I'm going to watch a movie in a theater. They make you distracted so that you do not care about how the economy is being abused by folks who say they were going to transform it. So that's why she's like, I cannot wait to see how long this is going to take. It's really, really sad. And let's come back to her, but let me show you here. This is Chris Baliomus. You know, all these folks have been denying that, you know, I think it was on NBS and says Bobby Wine should come back from the hiding and blah, blah, blah. We're not looking for him. I want you to listen to what he says and read these words below of Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Listen.
I've also seen on social media, Bobby.
It says, my soldiers did not beat up Bobby, Kabobi's wife. First of all, we do not beat up women. They are not worth our time. Imagine that. How demonizing. How do you ridicule? Well, women rights organizations, they are not worth our time. Wow. We are looking for her cowardly husband, not her. This is Mo saying, we are looking for Bobby Wine, not Bobby. Now listen to Chris Baliomus. Shame.
The main challenge of the president saying he's in hiding. There is no need for him to be in hiding. Nobody wants him. He's not under pursuit by police or the army or security or the state. I am now speaking as the government of Uganda. He's free to come from wherever he's hiding, to come to his home and just stay at home and be calm and observe law and order. That's it.
As his home is still surrounded by folks from different security institutions.
I've also seen...
It's so sad how these folks are really reduced to mere commentators. They are pretty much like Mordecai Morisa. I do commentary. Chris Baliomus is supposed to serve the Ugandan people. not shield the lawlessness of Muhoozi Kainerugaba. When do these folks remember to respect themselves and the nation, the constitution, and be like, I cannot? Because how are you supposed to be seen as a stupid man just because Muhoozi Kainerugaba wants to? You just appear on TV where you say, we're not looking for Bobi Wine. He's free to come from wherever he is and stay at his home, only for Muhoozi to be like, we're looking for Bobi Wine. How is that a point of okay, I cannot take this anymore? No, these people want money, so they cannot imagine themselves staying away or doing anything that will keep them away from power. So as we look at that, I think Bobi Wine released a video where he went and visited the grave of his parents.
Today is the 25th of January 20, and I'm in our home in Gomba. Just came to say hello to my living mother.
I think you made a mistake here, right?
Today is the 25th of January 20, and I'm in our home in Gomba. Just came to say hello to my living mother, my sister, and to say hello to Mama in heaven and Papa and all my family members, and to also get some love from home. Yeah, another day of hiding, another day of injustice. As you all know, the police has always come out to give a statement on anything, but since the raid on my house, the first, the second, and the third one where my wife was assaulted, the police has not said anything. As I've always said, that in a country under family rule, the ruling family is always above the law, and everybody else, a worker, an employee. The police cannot say a thing. The Human Rights Commission, you saw them going to my house to pay my wife a visit, apparently. And then after the raid and the assault on my wife and all the criminality that was done at my house, nothing has happened. Well, that's where we are. As you see, a day before my wife was attacked, the interreligious community was at my house. And
what were they doing at your house?
Spoke to my wife. I'm here to hear their statement.
Yeah, they're just posturing as people who care. They don't actually. Miria Matembe called them out. I'm going to play you a video here
on what happened. But all in all, the task is on us Ugandans to free ourselves. I'm doing what I can do. I'm visiting various leaders across the country. Of course, under scrutiny, under fear, under high risk. But I'm doing what I have to do to reach out to you and charge you and tell you that you can also play your part, either singularly or in a group. But we can change our country, all of us. Thank you, people power, our power. Keep fighting, keep resisting. Uganda will be free.
Yeah, it's really, really sad. Yeah, I think I wanted to show you here. Miria Matembe called out those so-called religious leaders who went to Bobi Wine's home and like, I think she was wondering why they
couldn't open for him. And then we have interreligious council. It goes there. I understand they didn't even carry anything. What culture anyway? What culture is this where you go to visit and you carry nothing? And I heard our Archbishop saying that for him, he's going to reach everybody who lost and comfort them and tell them to be calm. Why doesn't he go to those who have won and tell them, now that you have won, leave Ugandans free? Why doesn't he go and do that?
He had the opportunity to tell of President Museveni in Rwakitura, face to face.
To say that why should people die? Yes, election is not a matter of life and death.
And look, I might be a little extreme. I don't want him to say, now that you have won. Museveni did not win an election. These clergy should be on the side of the people, side of the truth. Look, I'm not calling for them to support Bobi Wine. Absolutely not. But looking at the process, the electoral process, an entire thing before, during, and after, it was sham. They should be willing to call out what we saw. the abduction of people, the killing of them, the raids on Bobi Wine's rallies and stuff like that. They shouldn't be playing this nice guy. Oh, we are going to visit everyone and say, pray. I understand. I don't understand the power of prayer. I pray myself. But they are accomplices in Museveni's evil agenda, using them to justify the lawlessness, the criminality. If the international world see the religious leaders visiting Museveni and sitting with them and having a conversation, there's a likelihood of people thinking, oh, it was a free and fair election. Bobi Wine just doesn't want to admit that he lost and stuff like that. Yet it wasn't. That's why she says, come on, go talk to Museveni and tell him that now you have won. And I'm taking it a step higher, a step further. How about you tell him you didn't win an election? Would you please lead a transition where you hand over power to the rightful winner?
Then this Mwanga, let me tell you, this Mwanga Chivumbi is now following Besigye in prison. Is now following Gundi Chaguranyi, whom we don't know where she is. Is following Sarah Virete, my sister, for her mouth. And then the magistrates and the prosecutors, they seem to know no law at all. On this earth, I've been going to prison. I've been going to see.
Even in court.
In court.
Yeah.
And what they are saying is utter nonsense. You cannot say 3 weeks, come back on bail, then we come back, then another week, as if this woman cannot see this one too and follow the law, which says you cannot, when there is application for bail, either it is rejected or granted. You can't continue adjourning for it. What sort of magistrates are those?
They serve the interest of the Museveni regime. It is really, really sad that we're living in that. Okay, lastly, I started on a lighter note, and then I'll end on a lighter note. If there's a thing that really hurts Museveni, and I want you to listen to the criminal tendencies of Museveni here. He's not happy when you say, listen to what he says. You
have no right to say that.
Listen to how this man is driven by criminal impulses. You have no right to say that, hey, it is your responsibility that we still have Museveni. You have no right. What? I have no right to say, hey, it is because of your actions that Museveni is still in power. How is that even a crime? Even cause police is wondering why police is not arresting people.
Why would the police hear this and keep quiet?
How is that a crime when you say the police should arrest people because they've said it is your actions, it is your voting that has kept Museveni in power? That's a crime. You have to be arrested according to Museveni. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jeez. All right. I think I will end this conversation at that. Please go on and subscribe to this feed, like this video, comment down in the comment section, and I'll truly appreciate. My name is Mordecai Murisa. Now, I'm going to take some medication and take care of myself. I'll be back here. I don't know when, but I'm gonna make sure that if I can, I'll be here, okay? Until I am 100% perfect. Perfect? Healed. All right. I wish you a wonderful time till we catch up again. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.